Hey there! Welcome to our first AI in Action mini-series here on Tech Savvy 101, your go-to podcast for learning how to use AI tools in real time. I'm Sarah Baker, your Tech Savvy bestie with a time-saving AI trick that's going to make your life so much easier. Whether you're an experienced AI user or just getting the hang of things when it comes to artificial intelligence, stick with me as I share some of my favorite tips, tricks, tools, and shortcuts to save you hours each week within your business. In these episodes, I'm not just talking about AI tools, I'm showing you how to use them in real time. If you're listening to this episode right now, don't worry. You're going to find the YouTube link for these episodes in the show notes. Feel free to listen along right now and then grab the link afterwards. Let's get started. Here's what you can expect in these next few episodes. We're going to start off by deep diving into ChatGPT, the AI tool that started it all. ChatGPT can help you to save time, brainstorm ideas, and streamline your business workflows. If you've tried it out before and maybe you really weren't wowed with the results, the next few AI in Action episodes are exactly the refresher that you're going to need to fall deeply, madly in love with AI. So stick with me. Today's focus is going to be starting out with a quick introduction to ChatGPT, what it is, how it works, and how you can start using it today. So make sure to subscribe to this podcast. You don't want to miss the rest of the series. Leave a review to let me know what you're most excited to learn about. And if there's another AI tool that you're maybe AI curious about and you'd love to learn more about, let me know by messaging me on Instagram at the.sarahbaker what you want to hear about, and I will add it to the lineup for future AI in Action episodes. So let's dive right in. We're going to start out by talking about what is ChatGPT. ChatGPT is an AI-powered chatbot that generates text-based responses based on questions and commands. Basically, think of it like having a really, really smart virtual assistant or intern, an idea generator, a content writer, all rolled into one. So as you can see, if you are watching this video, I have ChatGPT pulled up on my screen right here. We are going to, you can see that the URL is chatgpt.com. You can also go to chat.openai.com. Any references to websites or prompts that I mention in today's episode, I will drop into the show notes. So don't worry, you will be able to access everything that I talk about. This is the basic interface. I do have the paid plan. This is something I will talk about in future AI in Action episodes. I'm trying to keep these short and sweet, under about 10 minutes, so that they are highly actionable. But you do not need to start off with the paid plan if you don't want to. You are definitely able to start off with the free version and then upgrade to the paid plan if you want to. I find that the content that comes out of the paid plan is, for me, because I use it every single day, I feel like it is worth every penny. But this is the overall interface. This right here is where you would put in your questions into the chat box. You can also create images. You can have it summarize text, analyze images. The possibilities are almost endless. You can also use the speech feature, which I love. This is also available on the mobile app, which is available for iOS or Android. I really love this for doing things like a brain dump. If I have an idea and I want to just talk it out, you can use this, press on the speech feature and just say, I'm going to brain dump. Please don't interrupt me until I say that I'm done. And then just talk through something that you're thinking about, whether you're brainstorming a course or a blog post or an email, and just kind of get all the ideas out of your head and into ChatGPT and then ask it for what you want to do with it. Do you want to turn it into an email or a blog post, or are you thinking of turning it into a course? And then say, what do you think? And ChatGPT will tell you what it thinks and how you could convert all the ideas that you just got out of your head and into ChatGPT into the best format. So let's talk about practical uses. I've got a couple of prompts that I pre-wrote out in terms of how we can use ChatGPT for content creation. I'm going to give you a few examples. So One of my favorite things to use ChatGPT for is brainstorming. I don't love to use it to have it write me full-on content because I think it's obvious when someone has written content using AI. It just never has that full-on human touch. I think it's important to remember that ChatGPT is like your intern and that you are the CEO of your business and you always need to put that final stamp of approval on any content before you send it out the door. But if you were to put in a prompt, and like I said, this will all be in the show notes of something like, create an outline for a blog post about the top 5 AI tools for entrepreneurs. And I hit enter. What is it going to give me? It's going to give me the blog post outline, including an introduction, a hook, a relatable problem, a solution preview, why entrepreneurs need new AI tools, including an efficiency boost, scalability, competitive edge. The next section is top 5 AI tools. It's going to give me the tool, ChatGPT, the purpose, the key features, how to use it. Tool number 2, Jasper AI, purpose, key features, and how to use. Tool number 3, Canva with the magic design, with the purpose, key features, and how to use. And it's going to go on and give me all 5, how these tools work together, tips for choosing the right AI tools, a call to action. In this case, it is important to note that my ChatGPT account knows my brand. It knows my brand voice. It knows my content and product suites because I use it every day. So it knows, for example, my AI Evergreen Content Machine course well because it has helped me flush out that product. This is something we're going to talk about in future AI in action episodes. So make sure you subscribe to the podcast so that you learn how to get your own ChatGPT account to know your business inside and out. So this example of the call to action where it automatically suggested my course, you can teach your own ChatGPT to know your product suite just like mine knows my product suite. And then a conclusion. And then at the bottom, it even suggested, let me know if you'd like me to create the full post or refine the outline further. This is important. If you didn't like the call to action or you wanted to change one of the points or one of the tools, you didn't want it to suggest Zapier or Surfer SEO or Jasper AI, you could easily go back and say, for tool number 4, please don't suggest Zapier. Suggest this one instead, and go back and continue to refine the outline. And this is something we will also talk about in a future AI in action episode. So continuing to train ChatGPT on your brand voice, on your product suite, on what you want it to know and suggest is something that we will continue to talk about in future. You can also have it outline if in this example for a blog post, and I will put this prompt in there as well. I'm going to copy and paste it to save time. I could say, please outline the blog post as follows. And then I could tell it, blog title, give me the URL slug, a main SEO keyword, secondary keywords, a meta description, and then a blog post outline, including heading 1, heading 2, how many words I wanted, all of that. And telling it is going to now outline the entire blog post with the title, the URL slug that I should use on my website, main SEO keywords, secondary keywords, giving me a SEO optimized meta description, and then a heading 1 introduction with the number of words, a heading 2 description with an overview, features, benefits, use case. So now this is an incredibly detailed blog post outline. And it is now prompting me after it has outlined the entire post, let me know if you'd like me to turn this into a full post. For me personally, I would then likely write it at this point. Because again, this is the point where AI is a fantastic intern, but I like to put the finishing touch on it. It is up to you how much you want to use AI. Other things that you could use it for would be email marketing. ChatGPT is fantastic for things like drafting newsletters, promotional emails, launch emails, follow-up emails. Email marketing, I feel, is one of the things that as entrepreneurs and business owners, many people struggle with because it is often a tedious task and time-consuming to continuously write those emails. But as we all know, email marketing has one of the highest profit margins, being 4,200% return on investment, meaning for every $1 spent, you have the potential to recoup $42. So ChatGPT and other AI tools can help you to be consistent, much more consistent with your email marketing. And once you've learned how to train your ChatGPT with your brand voice, it helps you to put out content that sounds just like you. So an example of a prompt would be, let's see, write a follow-up email for a lead who downloaded my Tech Talk Made Easy guide. This is an actual lead magnet I have. Often I would start a new thread, meaning I wouldn't continue to prompt it in the same prompt where I just was talking about a blog post. But let's see, what did it come up with? I saw you downloaded my Tech Talk Made Easy guide. You're already taking an amazing step towards simplifying the tech in your business, and I'm so excited for what's ahead for you. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by all the confusing terms and endless tools, you're not alone. That's exactly why I created this guide, to break down the jargon and help women like you feel confident navigating the tech side of their businesses. But here's the thing, knowing the terms is just the first step. The real magic happens when you take those terms and turn them into a seamless automated system that works for you. It goes on, it talks about it. And in this case, again, it knows my product suite, which in this case, in just a few weeks, I'm opening the doors to Tech Savvy Sales Academy, which is another one of my courses. So again, we will talk about this in future AI in action episodes, where how do you train your ChatGPT to know exactly what you offer. In this case, I would likely go back and tweak it a little bit to sound even more like me. But honestly, I think this is pretty spot on. I would probably make it a little shorter, but otherwise, I think that this could work very well for me. I will drop this prompt in below as well. And the last thing that I think it is fantastic for is generating social media captions. I think that's one of the most tedious things that we all do as entrepreneurs. And again, like I mentioned, the app is awesome for this. So if you don't have the ChatGPT app, I highly recommend you download it. Because if you're, putting together a social media post and you're stuck with trying to come up with a caption, this is the perfect use case for the for ChatGPT. So in this case, the type of prompt I would use would be something like, give me 5 Instagram caption ideas for promoting my AI Evergreen Content Machine course. And again, I would also start a new thread, because in this case, I'm probably confusing ChatGPT because I just asked for a blog post and then I asked for an email and now I'm asking for Instagram captions. And it's probably like, what are you doing, Sarah? But what I really love about how it comes up with Instagram captions is it's giving me different captions and it's telling me, here's one that is a problem solver caption. Here's one that is the transformation caption. Here's one that's the relatable hook caption. Here's one that's a stats and proof caption. Here's one that's a FOMO builder caption. Here's something I do want to point out, though, is that for the stats and proofs caption, it says, did you know businesses that use AI for content see up to 60% more efficiency in their processes? Sometimes ChatGPT makes up stats. So I would ask it, what is the source or the stat you cited in the stats and proof. Caption. Sometimes it's important to know that you need to go back to ChatGPT and say, prove it. Here we go. So in this case, apologies for any confusion caused by the earlier statistic. Upon reviewing the available data, I couldn't locate a specific source. However, here are some relevant statistics that highlight the impact of AI in content creation. So it is important sometimes to challenge the stats. It will make up stats occasionally. So it is very, very important. And it does say down here at the very bottom, ChatGPT can make mistakes, check important info. And this is what I was referencing before. You are the CEO of your business. You need to always fact check everything before you post it. Don't just take everything that ChatGPT says and post it. So that is really, really important, especially if you're citing facts or data or statistics. Go ahead, push back on ChatGPT and challenge it. You can also provide it statistics and say, I want you to cite this. So if you have data, you can provide ChatGPT with that data and say, I want you to cite this information. The more data you provide, the more accurate the information will be. But if it provides you with data, make sure that you ask, where did this information come from? So now that you have this data, you could ask it, please rewrite me the social media caption using this data. Cite the source and the caption. And that will be much more reliable. So that is an important thing to note. Anytime it cites a source. If you want longer social media captions, you can also push back and say, provide me a more long form caption. If you're using something like ManyChat and you want to, instead of saying link in bio, you can provide it with what your trigger word is and say, update the captions instead of saying link in bio to say, DM me whatever your trigger word is. And you can just keep finessing the captions to get them exactly as you want. And then you've got some really, in this case, 5 really amazing captions to use. So, like I said, I feel it is really important to talk about in this very first AI in Action episode. ChatGPT, all AI is amazing. It saves countless hours of time. You don't have to start from scratch anymore. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. It saves so much mental energy, time. It acts as a brainstorming partner. You don't have to have, mental blocks anymore. It helps you organize your thoughts and structure your content quickly. It is the world's best unpaid intern. However, it is so important to be able to see your fingerprints on any content that comes out of your business. Your intern can always start the process and draft the copy, but you need to finish it. I'm going to have many more episodes coming out about this and the ethics of using AI in your business. But this is something I'm so passionate about, and I could speak about this for hours. But I wanted to make sure that I also addressed it on this very first episode of AI in Action. And like I just referenced, your job is to double check and fact check and proofread and stand behind everything that you publish, that you create with AI. But you need to make sure that everything that you publish, you finish with your own brain power. So that was my little soapbox, and I'm going to get down off of it now. To wrap it up, ChatGPT isn't just a tool. It is like having, the best business assistant in your back pocket. So the possibilities of what you can accomplish once you really know how to use it and all the potential use cases are truly amazing. In the next episode of AI in Action, I'm going to walk you through how to set up your account step by step. So be sure to follow along as we get everything in place and start using the tool right away. And there you have it. Another time-saving AI trick ready for you to start using today. If you want to see how I did it, and you are listening along to this episode right now, check out the video demo in the show notes and catch it on YouTube. Come back next week for another AI in action tip that'll help you work smarter, not harder. Thanks for hanging out with me today here on Tech Savvy 101. Make sure to subscribe so that you never miss another episode in the series, and leave a review if today's episode had you feeling excited and more confident about using AI in your own business. I will see you really soon.